Weather Authority Alert Day continues on your Tuesday as we're continuing to track this big time heat that is building in during the afternoon hours of your Tuesday across the entire region. Gage, if we could flip the prompter as well so I could see what we're dealing with here, that'd be great. Current conditions out there this afternoon, we got 80 degrees in Wytheville, winds out of the west around 3 miles per hour. The humidity is still very high, 73%. The feels like temperatures out in Wytheville are closer to about 84, and that's sort of the story that we're going to be dealing with throughout the afternoon. The temperature is going to get up into the 90s for a lot of us, but the real feel is going to continue to climb even higher than that, so much so that a lot of us will get into the triple digits. And with that heat and the humidity comes the potential for showers and storms to get developed because there's a lot of instability in the atmosphere. So we do have isolated showers. These are very small cells that are starting to develop in parts of the highlands, and they'll continue to push off towards the south and east as we go throughout the next several hours. But rain is currently falling just west of Lexington, moving into, say, Bedford County right now near Forest, here very shortly into Highland and Bath counties, as well as Greenbrier and Pocahontas counties. So that's what we're dealing with at the moment towards the middle of our day at this time. But the heat potential isn't really highest across the entire state of Virginia. In fact, you see here, we are clear of most of the alerts. They are well off to our south and well off to our west and north. We're kind of right in the middle of this area that's actually a little bit cooler across the mid-Atlantic. So even though it's hot, the potential for heat is a lot higher surrounding us out there. And that all has to do with the humidity that's going to continue to stay high in elevation for the rest of the afternoon. And then when you pair that with your temperatures getting to about 89 to 95 degrees, you get your heat index value, and we'll be feeling close to about 103 in parts of Southside, maybe 105 in areas like South Boston and Danville. But everywhere you see here in red, from the Roanoke Valley out towards the east, we'll be feeling like 100 degrees or hotter this afternoon between the hours of about 3 and 6 p.m. Parts of the New River Valley and Highlands between about 95 and 100, and then other areas like Grayson and with Bland, parts of Highland, Bath, Greenbrier, Pocahontas, closer to about 90 to 95 degrees this afternoon. Now, moving forward into Friday, Saturday, this upcoming weekend, we are tracking a front that's going to be passing by. That's what all this green is. We're going to be dealing with some showers for the next few days, moving into the back half of this work week. But once we get into the weekend, cold air is going to be funneling in from up north. We see that. This is the transport of cool air from up north in Canada. It's also going to be drier, which means that it's less humid. And on the other side of high pressure, that is going to be the warm air being transported to areas up north like Canada. So we're going to be on the eastern side of high pressure. That's going to be keeping us relatively cool as we head into the weekend, which is certainly some good news. Talking about futurecast for the rest of our day here, we're going to continue to track some of those isolated to scattered showers, maybe a few storms getting going through about the 7 to 8 o'clock hour. Then we should be in the clear as we head into this evening. Speaking of this evening, partly cloudy skies continuing to build in with those overnight temperatures getting to about 74 degrees or so. Weather Authority Alert Day continues on your Wednesday as we're tracking more big time heat, but look at your 7-day. This upcoming weekend, 78, 79. We kick off next week in the low 80s as well. Appy?